Back to the first half.
Yes, YouTube. Hope everyone's good. Hope everybody is well. Big up everyone. Let me just get this.
Rogers so close to his first England goal at the end of the first half.
Yes, YouTube. Big up everyone. Now, it's been a minute since we've done a live, people. Hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's well. And that's the fly fight. What's that about? Real fighting man. Hope you're good. Big up everyone. I'm watching the England are playing Latvia 1-0. Yes, Si Bennett, hope you're good, my mate. Hope you're good, Si Bennett. Big up. Hope you're well, my mate. Anyone else watching the England game? England are playing Latvia 1-0. But yeah, JDP Promotions. What a laugh that is. What's all this about? We'll get into the JDP Promotions. Brett May. Sam Walker versus Darren G's been popping off. They've had trouble them two for quite a while, Sam Walker and Darren G, but it's heating up. Sam Walker's landed in Dublin, Ireland. Yes, Conan, hope you're good. Big up, Conan. Hope you're well, my mate. Yeah, we've not gone live for quite a while, people. It's been a minute. Yes, all good, Conan. Big up, my mate. I'm all good myself. Fucking boring old night. Can't wait to get back to the Isle of Man next week. Yes, Si Bennett. What's I bet it's nice over in Isle of Man, isn't it? I've got someone I know someone who lives out just on the edge of the Isle of Man, like, and yeah, it seems a much better life out there, Si Bennett. Definitely, my mate. There's nothing much going on out there, that's for sure. It's as you say, it's boring, my mate. Not much going on at all. But yeah, JDP Promotions, Brett May. What's Brett? If we're going off what JDP says, and we're believing what JDP says, because let's be serious, anything that comes out of JDP's mouth 90% of the time is BS. But yeah, he's been Brett May's manager for now 2 months. We've still not even seen a fight. We've not even seen any training footage. JDP, what you doing, lad? Come on, you're meant to be this next Eddie Earn of YouTube. Coming from you, as you say, you're the next Eddie Earn in your new little office. What you spent your pit money on. But nothing's going on. Where's the fights? You're not wrong, Bob Jones. JDP is a furry. Big furry. That's what he is. You call him the Tooth Fairy. Yes, Tony, hope you're well. Claude Harris chilled. Yeah. Yeah, I bet it's a lot better than what we've got going on over here. That's for sure. Let me go get my drink again. Yes, big up. That's nice. Big up, Tony. JDP's new setup's very professional. Yes, Conan. Well, you know, that universal credit money now is skint for it next month, isn't he? His new setup, his little notepad. I've noticed he keeps grabbing his notepad every time he's talking in his videos. We have got a video coming on JDP's new office. Don't you worry about that one. He keeps talking about... I've noticed he keeps mentioning while he's sat in his new office, this guy's not had a fight. JDP, you've never had a fight. No one's ever even seen you throw a punch, kid. But yeah, the new office, it makes me laugh because he's got a tash, something that you'd see off fucking Crime Watch, and talks. He honestly reminds me. He's trying to be VC so bad. You know, he made numerous videos on VC for months and months and months and months. And now he's trying to get the exact same setup as him, it seems. JDP, aka Brett May's manager. They've even been commenting on fucking things together saying they love each other. Love you, bro. Love you, bro. I'm like, what's going on here? Just so you... Now, how can I get this so you can see this properly? I'll have to get it up on it. It's a funny one, like. JDP commented on Brett's video. Go on, Brett. Go on, Brett. Let me get up your bumhole a little bit more. And Brett comments back saying, you know, my brother, we have these Muppets, cards marked, don't we, pal? I love you, my brother. Bit seedy that, if you ask me, people. Bit seedy, if you ask me, like. Fucking hell. But yeah, JDP video coming soon with a bit of Brett May in there. Because I don't know why Brett's licking JDP's ass. We know Brett's lost his touch a bit lately, but fucking hell, Brett. Pairing up with someone like JDP just shows that Paul Venice and that really are quite right about you, in my opinion. You do not want that smoke. I'll put it out there, right? JDP, you call yourself a promoter, yeah? We'll have a tag team match. Me and Paul Venice versus you and Brett May. Let's see how that one goes. Paul Venice and me versus JDP and Brett May tag team match. JDP is the wifey of HMP. Yes, Smash. Big up Smash. Yeah, Brett's lost his touch. Now he's trying to team up with a man like JDP. He's definitely lost his touch. Especially commenting on videos saying, "Love you too, brother." As I say, that's very seedy in my opinion. Hashtag no Diddy. Where you at? But yeah, the tag team match. Let's make it happen. Me and Paul Venice have destroyed JDP and Brett May. Scott Lauder, are you can't be for real. You can't be unless you're Brett May's brother. Then fair play, but he's only had a touching in the wrong way. Yes, Tony, big up. I've noticed the Monk still wants to fight with Big Brett May as well. Big up the Monk. Hunting him down he is. JDP, you call yourself this big promoter. There's fights out there to be made. Nothing's happening. You built this new office. There's no fights going on, kid. Yeah, Scott. Chill out on that weed, my mate. Christie a middleweight. Yeah, he is a middleweight, but there's levels to fighting, my pal. And I just believe, don't get me wrong, it'll be a good fight. But I think Danny had beat Paul Venice. Fucking hell. I think Danny beats Brett May. What makes you think that's Brett May destroys Christie though? Where's the evidence to prove that Brett May will destroy Danny Christie? Because if you go look at the most recent fights with what Danny's had and then look at Brett's fights, Danny beats Brett all day long. Do you know what I mean? Anyone who knows fighting knows. Yeah, but that's the thing though. If Brett lands on Danny, you've got to be there to be hit. You know what I mean? Danny won't be there to be hit off Brett. Brett's too predictable. You've seen him hit the pads. He barks more than you fucking... He's barking more than he's hitting pads. Run, run, run! Bang, bang, bang! It's just like, hit him. Chill out. You're making yourself out of breath with what shouting you're doing. Yeah, I agree, Tony. That's just my opinion and many other people's opinions. And anyone who knows fighting, you know, Danny's been fighting at a high level. We all know Paul Venice fights at a high level and has been for years. Danny's been fighting at a high level for the past few years. And Brett's not been doing nothing. And that's just a fact. Don't get me wrong, if Brett comes back on the scene and starts smashing people to bits, then fair play, we'll start mentioning it. But the last fight we all seen Brett have against Rob Cunningham, as soon as it didn't go his way, he quit. And that's just a fact. No matter if you like Brett or not. Yeah, that's it. That's another thing as well. He's no footwork at all. Like, he has no footwork. He's got power. Don't get me wrong. Brett has got power. And anyone who's a few weight classes below him and doesn't know how to fight, he'll smoke him straight up. But anyone who knows how to fight and knows how to throw a decent jab and has got footwork will beat Brett May. That's just my opinion. I'd say though, Scott, Brett May made Danny Christie go to Doncaster by saying half of the shit that he said. And that's just a fact. JDP wait for the workers at DWP to go on their lunch and uses their desk quickly. Yeah, smash. Scott, I'm military simple. You're obviously on it. Second half just coming out now, England. Rashi's had loads at ball, but done nothing with it. But yeah, going back to the Brett May. Anyone who thinks that Brett May beat Paul Venice is deluded. The only reason why certain people think that Brett May beat Danny Christie is just because of the size difference. But size really doesn't matter when there's someone who's a level above you in fighting. That's just a fact. Yes, Matthew, up you good, brother. Why couldn't he wait another week and then fight properly? Well, it wasn't another week though, was it? It was a good few weeks, but I don't know, mate. That's not really for me to answer. But you know, at the end of the day, certain people are not asked about the money and turning up for Brett talks like it was Brett who said anyone who enters Doncaster waters will get flat packed and sent back home. Then he mentioned Danny's wife and all this sort of stuff. So Danny turned up to Doncaster. And yeah, obviously we've seen what happened. But I get what you're saying. Danny could have waited and filled him in properly on the show, yeah. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, mate, DC has gone on and fought multiple people, yeah. He even fought a week after what happened in Doncaster. So DC isn't bottling anything. If anyone's bottling this fight, it's Brett, in my opinion. Because DC is going to go on and fight in the BKFC again. He's going to go on and fight on Street Beefs again, no doubt. And he'll probably fight on other shows, no doubt. And I can guarantee you now, and I've said it multiple times, I'll fight again on this corner of YouTube before Brett May does. Especially when he's got JDP as his promoter. That's a fact. Yeah, but Scott, everyone gets beat, mate. There's no shame in getting beat. You know what I mean? Brett May quit. So, it is what it is, Scott. At the end of the day, Scott, you think that Brett May will beat Danny Christie. And that's fine. That's your opinion. I just know that Danny Christie is a few levels above Brett May when it comes to terms of fighting. And I also know that Paul Venice would absolutely wipe the floor with Brett May. But, don't get me wrong, Brett May is still a tough fella, still got a puncher's chance, but these guys that he's talking about fighting are levels above him. Didn't JDP turn up at your work? Did he? Fuck. I was working around JDP's area, so I made a video telling him where I was, screenshotted it to him where I was, and he never turned up. But it says that I wouldn't walk down the road 5 minutes and wouldn't come out my work. I don't work in a warehouse in Middlewich. How am I coming out of my work? I work on the roads in a work van, out of a work van. So he could have walked down the road, and when I said his big potato head walking up the road, I'd have filled him in like the plan was. Maybe hit him in the head with a shovel. Brett would land at some point, and Danny. Well, let's see if it happens, Big Scott. We'll see if that one happens, my mate. If Brett has the balls to land on Danny, then we'll see, won't we? But I very much doubt that'll happen, my mate. Yeah, that's exactly how the JDP story went down. Now, as I say, he says that I didn't come out of my work like I work in a warehouse and wouldn't walk out the building. No. I work out of a work van on the roads. So he could have walked down the road, like I've said to him, and I seen his big potato head. My mate who I was with, the driver, because he calls me a driver's mate, whatever he wants to call me, even though I probably earn more money than he does in a week, that's a fact. And yeah, my mate would have recorded it for all you lot on YouTube. And big JDP, aka Brett May's manager, maybe would have got filled in. Yes, no snowflake. Would have that one maybe not, just because I'd probably been looking at a jail sentence if I'd have pickaxed him up. But yeah, would have definitely had a scrap of him. Because I believe JDP was looking for you, mate. Get JDP promotion to set you up. Yes, Tony, up you good. What do? I do landscaping, mate. Yes, Kingdale Clark, big up. Dude, like, it's landscaping, but we can do other stuff as well. I've done a few little tarmacking jobs as well. Big up, Conan. Yeah, that's the one. Be wise about it. Yeah, we don't want no jail sentence. It's not that heavy. He's not that bad, JDP. He's it's all good. Yeah, that's the one, Scott. Only fools you'll use tools. Allow on. I liked that thing that Molly McCann and big Paddy the Baddy set up, that knives down, gloves up, for like a lot of the young ones around like Liverpool and around anywhere really. But knives down, gloves up is get your kids into training early as possible. Yes, brother. Yes, Chris. Big up, Chris. It's been a while. It has, my mate. I like to take a few, like, because like this. Don't get me wrong. I like doing these lives and stuff like that, but there's a real world out there, and sometimes, mate, my head goes a bit, so I just fuck the YouTube off. Yes, Kingdale Clark. Here's a jackass, a donkey. Yes, it's no non-snowflake. Big up, no snowflake. There's too many snowflakes about nowadays, isn't there? So it's a good name, because there is too many snowflakes about. Can't say this and you can't say that. He's too busy eating cheeseburgers. Too busy spending all his universal credit on that new office to make no fights happen. And for Brett May to eventually think, who is this JDP? Jail tails bullshitter. I've been watching bits and stuff like that. I made a little video on this. I've been watching a bit of this Sam Walker versus Darren G tube, what they've had going on. But yeah, apart from that, as I say, I've not really been watching much myself. Watch a little few of VC's videos every now and again. I know VC's been having a bit of a, I don't know what's going on with Bash. Something's been happening with Bash. Oh, yeah. I know, I was going to put that other bit in.
We're not going to take it with that in it.
With what in it?
The styrofoam shirt.
I thought you could put that in.
No.
Yes, brother. Cuddle and John Paul's first cousin. Yes, big up, Liam. I'm all good, my mate. How are you? I'm not bad. I'm surprised that silly cunt at JDP Promotions hasn't been talking. Yes, Matthew. Well, he thinks he's the next Eddie Hearn. Thinks he's also going to get Brett these massive fights. They're commenting to each other saying that they love each other. You're not going to believe that shit. I've got a screenshot of what they're saying. It's madness. I think there's more going on behind the scenes than what people believe. Yes, big up, Tony. JDP, maybe make it happen, Chris. aka Eddie Hearn. I want JDP to make the tag team match. Me and Paul Ellis versus him and Brett May. 1 round we'll need. Video Craig has been. Yeah, I've seen something. This one I've seen something about it, Scott. I don't really see Video Craig doing something like that, in my opinion. Like, yeah, Craig has his banter and stuff like that, and obviously he says certain things, but I don't think he'd do something like that. But yeah, Bash is a bit of a mad character, like. Yes, Tony, big up. Hit the likes, hit that subscribe. We're past 1,000 now. 1,030 something, I think we're on. I thought you could put that in it.
Oh. It's not a cardboard there.
Oh.
It's not cardboard there either.
Yes, Chris. Yeah, I thought that myself, to be fair, Tony. You know, I can't imagine VC going out of his way to try threaten or insult, bash his wife and kids and all that sort of stuff. It's just that I don't think he'd do that. And nah, it's not. People can say what they want. People obviously have their own opinions on VC, but that I don't think he'd do. Definitely not. And as you say, Bash loves a bit of a drink. Legend of the game, don't get me wrong. Legend of the fight game. Some of the stuff VC does say about him fighting and that does make me laugh because, like, don't get me wrong, he might have lost a lot of fights, but he's as game as they come. You can't take that away from him. He will scrap anyone, anytime, anywhere. I don't underestimate Brett May at all. I'm just saying, when it comes to Paul Venice and people like that who he's talking about, Scott, the level's above him, mate. Like, that's just a fact. Go and watch Paul Venice on the pads, then go and watch Brett May on the pads. Levels above him. Go and watch Brett May on a punch bag. Go and watch Paul Venice on a punch bag. Levels above him. Then watch how they both spar against different people. Levels above him. I'm not saying Brett May is a fucking shit fighter, wouldn't beat anyone. Because Brett would beat a lot of people. He's a big guy, tough to beat just because of his size. But when he talks about these like Paul Venice fights and that, the different levels. Like the best opponent, in my opinion, Brett's ever faced with the biggest name was Rob Cunningham. And look what happened with that fight. That's just a fact again. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to slate Brett in any way, because Brett had absolutely KO me in one punch. I'm fucking 10 weight classes below him. But what I am trying to say is, when it comes to fighting and all that sort of stuff, you Paul Venice's and people like that are levels above Brett. And that's just my opinion. And many other people's opinions. Well, as you say, Scott, you think that Brett will beat him. That's your opinion, mate. You know what I mean? There's levels to fighting. It's like we've seen it loads, haven't we? Like boxing and stuff like that, where like a guy will step up to maybe world level and just get slaughtered. But then at like British level and stuff like that, he's decent. You know, he's beating a lot of them. That's what I'd see, Brett. What's Video Craig said then, Tony, Scott? Yeah, as I say, I've not been watching much of this YouTube anyway, so I seen the VC's video today about Bash and what Bash was saying, sending him mad voice notes and stuff like that, trying to ring him, saying he'll cut his hair off and all this sort of stuff. But yeah, as people say, Bash does like a drink, so he's maybe sending them voice notes half cut, so we don't know. But he does know many people, so and he will turn up and fight. That's a fact. Rashi, man. Well, I've just slagging. All right, so has he definitely said that then? Because, as I say, I don't really see him saying it, to be quite honest with you. Yeah. Anyone been watching Sam Walker versus Darren G? What do you reckon's going on there? Will this fight happen in Ireland? Darren said to Sam, listen, get yourself to Ireland. I can get there within a day. He said an hour, but we'll say a day. And Sam's actually landed in Dublin, Ireland. And Darren's, I'm not sure if Darren's made a video back, to be honest with you. We've just hit 1,041 subscribers. Big up all the new subscribers. You legends. I can't see. Yeah, it's a bit of a mad one, like. As I say, Matt, I don't see him saying that myself. Yes, Scott proper wants that Brett May. Proper wants me to say Brett May will beat him. Even in a street fight, mate, Paul Vellis had smashed Brett May. Danny Christie obviously could get a hold of Danny. Danny's a bit lighter, but still think Danny would be a tough fucking fella. Danny will go to the death. Brett's obviously got more of an advantage in the streets. That's a fact. But when Paul Vellis would kick his legs off, he would never beat Paul Vellis in a street fight. He'd kick him once in his legs, and that's all he'd need. Yes, Big Mick. Big up the Glasgow boys. Hope you're well. Watching from Glasgow. Respect my mate. Sorry you don't agree. That's fair enough, my pal. Big up, Scott. Scott really wants... Scott's a proper Brett May fan. Fair play. Tell JDP he's a mush. But yeah, big up the Glasgow boys. Glasgow Rangers. I love... I'm guessing you're Glasgow Rangers, Big Mick. You're not Celtic, are you? Yeah, fair play, Scott. I can't discredit that. You gotta back your own, like. But hey, Scott, well, if you're from Doncaster, is it because I've seen many videos and like stuff like that where people have gone to Doncaster and not many people have many nice things to say about Brett. I've had a few lads who have come in my lives and commented on my videos who are from Doncaster saying that he's a bully and all this sort of stuff. Now, what's your opinion on him? Obviously, you're saying you followed him from day one. I'm a Villa fan. Hey, Villa are doing all right, you know, Tony. Villa are playing well. They've got Rashid, that Asensio's class. Yeah, Villa, I like watching Villa play. Yes, big up Rangers. Yes, Big Mick. The Rangers. Yes, big up Birmingham. Big up the Brummies. These players are all over Bellingham. Every time he gets the ball, they're just fucking... Yeah, Rashi's doing well. I love Rashi, obviously, United player, come through United's academy. I think he's been a bit hard done by with Ruben, but yeah, I think he's doing well at Villa. He's had good few assists. I say him and Asensio linking up class. What do I think of JDP's new office? I will say one thing. His universal credit money's done him quite well there. It's not too shabby, I must admit. Considering he's on universal credit, I'll give it him. Like, fair play to him. You know, all this for a bit of Brett May. You know, he's trying to get up Brett May's ass more and more and more. He's now built an office all down to Brett May. He's got little pictures of him that he has little tugs over at night. And yeah, fair play to him. You know, he's tugging over Brett every other week in that office. I think Decker and Brett will team up. Brett no bully, is fantastic friend and a great guy. Brett would lend you his last quid. Fair enough, Scott. Do you reckon him and Decker will team up? I don't think they will. Only because he said he punched Decker's head in when it never happened. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah, JDP having tugs into the office over Brett and A's pictures up on the wall. Oh, you big divvy. Thought it was funny when Big Danny Christie said he'd love to slap JDP if he ever was in his presence. JDP hated that, didn't he? Hated it. A few weeks ago, he's bigging up Danny. Absolutely trying to lick his bum ring. That's what he does, JDP. And as soon as someone says something bad about him, that's it. Always going off on you. You look like a junkie, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. Come on, lad. But, yeah, it's all fun and games. As I say, he's built a whole office in dedication to Brett May. Now, if that's not trying to be someone's lick-ass coffee boy, little tea boy, I don't know what is, my friends. Yes, Freckles boy, hope you're good. Big up Freckles boy. Yeah, Bellingham coming off. We don't want Bellingham getting card. Foden knows awful. Every time Phil Foden puts an England shirt on, he's shocking. Brett will go to Carlisle the days court restrictions are lifted. You reckon, Scott? You've got some hope on this Brett May situation, haven't you, my mate? I guarantee that Decker will call out Brett in a fight for the Brett. Yeah. Kane scores 2-0 England. Yeah, good shout, Freckles boy. I think there's a chance of that possibly happening. I think with more chance to see Brett May versus Decker Heggie than any other fight, just because Decker will fight anyone for a bit of money and Brett will. Brett would take that fight, I think, just because he thinks. Obviously, Decker's not fought for years, and he probably thinks he beat Decker. But when it comes to Paul Menis, yeah, he knows he can't beat Paul. We've not had many shots here in this England game. Yes, big up the boys in the chat. Go on, the fellas organising pints for Friday. Sheffield. Down in Sheffield on Friday. Fair play, boys. Two 0 England. I know we're only playing Latvia, but a win's a win. Decker needs friends. Both Decker and Brett hates the two from Carlisle. Well, that's true. Decker will be friends with anyone. That's a fact. And Brett probably the same. The only one who turns up is DC. Well, yeah, that's true. Paul will fight anyone. But yeah, Danny's definitely known for turning up. That's a fact. Danny will turn up to any scrap. I'm in Skegness, dog shitting while me, bro. Dog sitting. So that's funny, that. Yes, Scott, that's where you are you? Down in Skeggy. Surprised Rashford's not had a shot on target here. He's had loads of touches on ball, but not seemed to hurt a bit. That's it. You know, as I've said before, the last fight we've seen Brett had against Big Rob Cunningham didn't go too well for him, so Brett definitely needs to get a fight. Prove that he isn't a quitter. Because many people think he is. Why is Venice not addressed the 25 grand Brett keeps going? I'm not sure what that even 25 grand is about. Keeps mentioning this 25 grand or what. Not sure what it's about. Pretty sure Paul's not too bothered about it either. Otherwise, he'd probably address the situation, but you just don't know, do you? Bit like saying no, innit, though, Scott? Obviously, this letter, what got sent to Brett, what Brett apparently writ for himself. You know, why does he not address that? Because Brett sort of got exposed for a letter that he wrote to himself trying to get Danny Christie sacked from work, which I think is absolutely fucking laughable for someone who's meant to be a fighter. Doing something like that is madness, in my opinion. Because Danny would definitely not do something like that. Why Brett thought that was a good idea, I do not know. Maybe JDP gave him the idea from his jail tales or something like that. Could see JDP come up with an idea like that. Oh, good. Get another goal. Brett should never compromise any job. I think him and Big JDP should do a day's graft together one day. Record it. I reckon if you put their work years, you know, like the amount of days them two have gone out and done a day's graft, I bet it's not even 6. I hate it when England play fucks up the ice. I don't mind watching England, but it's one of them with it. It's like when it's not a major game or when it's just these little friendlies, it can fuck shit up. It's like players get injured, it can fuck the season up. But for me, I'm a United fan. The season doesn't mean shit to me anymore. So, yeah, I'm happy to watch England. Do they know Graft? I done 7 tours on the O2. Yes, Tony, big up. Joy Doy. Who's Joy Doy? Yeah, England should definitely be top of the group. We should be smashing teams like Latvia and Albania. Yeah, that's what we need to win Europa. That's our only hope for this season, isn't it, Scott? If we don't win Europa, we're done. We need that champion. Well, we don't. I'd say we don't even need Champions League. We ain't got the players for it. He's class, that Eze. What a goal. What a goal from that Eze. He just done him, that defender there. Absolutely turned him. Yeah, I think Rashford will do well under Emery. Definitely. I think he seems a lot happier at Villa. What a goal that was then. That was a nice little goal. Now let's see how the bet builds. Yes, the Biz. Big up the Biz. I haven't seen that, the Biz, no. I've not, as I say, I've not actually been watching much of this YouTube. What's been going on, and I've not really seen the little video what JDP did in his new office. That's about it. But I haven't seen him respond regarding me. What's he saying about me now? Go on. You fucking idiot. How he put that wide? I'm all good, my brother. Hope you're well, the Biz. Big up the Biz. Go give him a subscribe if you haven't already, people. Big up the Biz. What if Morgan Rogers have you just put that over, you donkey? I mean, wide. Put him. I don't know how he's put that wide. Yeah, give the Biz a sub if you haven't. I agree. Definitely not. He ain't even the boss of his own house. That's big chill. He ain't even the boss of his own house. So that's a cool question. What happened to Tank? He was a mad character, wasn't he? He was a mad character. Right. Right, wise? Yes, respect, Tony. He was a mad character, wasn't he? Like, he was a mad character, that Tank. Tank went to jail, did he now? You get in a suit and a cigar like JDP. Definitely not my mate. I don't need to lick anyone's ass. JDP's that far up Brett May's ass. They're putting missing posters up of him. Is that where the name come from? Yeah, he was a mad character, that Tank. Thing is though, with that sort of what he was doing, it's all good for the start, but then people start to get bored of it. You know, there's only so many times you can scream into a camera with a wolf mask on. What's this? He reckons he's promoting me. He's not promoting me. I said, don't want promoting you. Roger, I mean. Is that what he said? I can't comment. He doesn't let me comment on any of his stuff either. Anything I comment on of his, it just goes off. Bit like that burger joint, little sausage licker. He is a proper sausage, him. He's got me blocked on everything. What a clown he is. Burger Joint Podcast, if you're watching this, you are a weapon. Imagine having someone blocked on it. I even go to look at some of what, like, he'll comment on like what video Craig's commented on, and I can see it, but then when I go to look at the replies, it just goes off. Burger Joint stiff. Tony, nobody knew the identity. But yeah, that's funny, the biz. That's what he does. JDP, he's got me blocked on a few things, not to where I can't comment. He can come in my lives and comment, and he can comment on my videos. You know, comments can never hurt people. People like JDP and the Burger Joint and that, who don't let you comment on a video, just shows how weak they are inside. Yeah, that Tank must have gone to prison then, because as you say, I've not seen anything of him for ages. I don't even think his channel's still up here on YouTube, is it anymore? He was a mad character, as I say, but there's only so much of it. That sort of. He was. Remember at one point he was constantly fucking screaming, "Donate to the PayPal, donate to the PayPal," all that sort of stuff. Mad guy. Was he from Ireland? Where did he actually live? Did he live in the UK or did he actually live in Ireland? For assault, yeah, he looked like a mad character, didn't he? He looked like a big guy as well, though. Yeah, I've seen them, to be fair, mate. I can do AI and all that sort of stuff on his laptop. I can't be arsed doing it. Yeah, it's a mad little thing, that AI, innit, the biz. It's a mad thing, man. How fast it can do certain things is crazy. Yes, Scott. He was Hunter again, nearly scoring. Yes, man, Bear Pig, up you well. Big up, my mate. I reckon Tank was a mate of the shadow boxer. Yeah, to be fair though, I remember seeing him live when he first come about. When he first actually come about, that Tank, and he ran Shadow Boxer off alive. He actually ran him off alive, made him go whiter than white, made Shadow Boxer like he shit his pants, and Shadow just got off the live. That is class. Can't believe Dan Burn. I know, big up Big Dan Burn. What a legend he is. Big Dan Burn getting a cap for England. Played well as well, to be fair. Almost scored it, crossbar with header, but he's a tall fucker, isn't he? Yes, Manberth, big up my mate, respect. Fair play. Yeah, Big Dan Burn getting a cap for England. Good player. He's done well for Newcastle. That's an awful ball from Foden. As I said before, every time Foden puts an England shirt on, he's shit. Doesn't look like the Foden that plays for City. He gets played out of position a lot. Some cards going in tonight. Yeah, Shadows is a bit of a wet wipe. Don't like a real fight, that's for sure. Yes, Sharon. Hope you're good, Sharon. Big up, Sharon. Wide Open Premier League. It's FA Cup. I'm pretty sure it's the FA Cup. Yeah, hope you're all well, Sharon. Hope everything's good. Yeah, I think it's the FA Cup this weekend, Tony. Big up, Tony. Yeah, same to you, the biz. Respect, my mate. Keep on at that JDP. Keep annoying him. Keep doing what you're doing. He thinks he's the new Eddie here on YouTube. He's got another thing coming. Oh, good here, Liam. That's good to hear. Sure, BKFC this weekend. That'd be wicked. Yes, that's class. Big up Sharon. Proper fighting fan. Goes to all the BKFC events, all the box, all the fight, all the events really. I have. That's what I've made my 2 most recent videos on. To be quite honest with you, nothing to really do with this dark side, as they call it. Yeah, I've been watching what's been going on with Sam Walker versus Darren G. I'd like to see the fight. To be honest with you, I look forward to seeing the fight, but I don't think it's going to happen. Best card I've seen for a long time. Yeah, it's a wicked card, isn't it? I think he's on the card, isn't he, Sharon? Rico Franco. He's on the card, isn't he? What a fighter he is. Great fighter. If I'm correct, I think he's on the card. But yeah, what a weekend that'll be. BKFC. Great card. Always great. All the BKFC fights are good. You're never disappointed after watching a BKFC fight. That's a fact. All bangers. But there's certain few fighters what are just unreal. I want to see Mick Terrell versus Ben Rothwell too. I think the iPort caught Mick Terrell a bit off guard, and when he come back into scrap, it was a bit. I don't know. It was a bit. I just want to see the rematch. I feel like Big Mick. That was a dirty foul, but I feel like Big Mick Terrell could he's definitely got a lot more to prove. Definitely get the job done. Been some tackles in this game, considering it's only a friendly. Well, like a little group stage match, should we say? Yeah, that's why I'd be a good rematch in it, Tony. Mick Terrell, Ben Rothwell. So I want to see that rematch. I feel like Mick Terrell deserves a rematch as well. Two big men though. That Ben Rothwell's a beast. Big guy, but Mick Terrell's a beast as well. Foreman takes every corner. Yeah, Gary Fox, what a great fighter he is as well. Danny Moyer, love his fights. He's undefeated in BKFC, but fucking, he brings it every time. David Brown's another great fighter. Fought Danny Christie. Yeah, Marcus Pond. Yeah, of course, that's the one, Sharon. But yeah, Gary Fox. I've actually had the privilege of meeting Gary Fox. He was at my first fight against the Burger Joint. Yeah, some good names there. Some great fights on that card. As I say, I'll be doing a little live stream to that to the BKFC. I like watching the BKFC. It's great fights. All interesting fights then. He's a sound lad. Sort of Gary Fox. Yeah, he is. He's a sound fella, like. Tough fella as well. Knows how to fight, that's for sure. He knows what he's doing. He's a good friend of Danny Christie's, is Gary Fox as well. But yeah, I hope you have a good weekend this weekend, Sharon. That'll be a good event. And as I say, I'll be watching that myself and doing a live stream to it. What BKB event when I leave. Yes, Tony. But right, I'm going to jump off in a minute, people. Big up everyone who's jumped in the live. You're all absolute legends. Yeah, as I say, it's going to be interesting to see if JDP, aka Brett May's manager, can even get Brett May a fight. I don't think he will. I think he's all talk, all fart nor poo, as they say. I think there's a bit more going on behind the scenes with these two little donkeys, as they like to call each other. Yeah, we'll start with Danny and Alice to take over. You two, Sharon, take care. Oh, yes, the Joker. The Joker just jumps in to say hi, and I'm just jumping off. Big up the Joker. Hope you're well, the Joker. Yeah, that's it, Sharon. I don't think we'll see any fights from Brett May. That's a fact. As I've said, I put more than £100 down that I fight before Brett May on this corner of YouTube again. Big up Cuddle, the absolute warrior every time. Yes, Tony. Hopefully you can get that pint to happen, Tony. You and Big Scott can link up in Sheffield. And yeah, you can banter it out about who's going to win in some of these YouTube fights. I'm going to drop a video tomorrow on the JDP, Brett May, BS, the new office, as they like to call it. I reckon it's more of something else is going on, in my opinion. But yeah. That's the one, Sharon. Big up, Sharon. I remember Sharon's actually watched me fight as well. Big up. Yeah, definitely I will be. I'll watch out for that. Friday, the weigh-ins. Definitely, I'll be looking out for it. I'm looking forward to seeing Danny return to the BKFC. I look forward to that. Yes, Tony, respect my mate. Big up, Tony. JDP's new office. Definitely can see Bonnie's back garden. Yes, the Joker. So, Tony, enjoy the rest of your evening, pal. Big up, Scott. He's a local lad to me, Scott. Yeah, he is. Yeah. And he's back in June. Yes. Yeah, we look forward to that one, Sharon. That'll be a good fight. That I look forward to. Well, we don't actually know who he's going to be fighting yet, but any fight that Danny Christie's in is always a good fight. Let's be honest. He's never been in a dull fight. Always brings a fucking great fight. Yes, big up. And yeah, England get another win under Thomas Tuchel. That's that one done. 3-0 in the end. But right, I'm going to jump off there, people. I'm going to end it there. Big up everyone who's jumped in. You're all legends. Have a good night. Peace. Big up the grafters as well each and every time. You know how we do. Peace, people.